Hello and welcome. And today's practice is a practice to help us unwind. And this practice, I personally feel, can be done at any time of the day that you have time that you can put aside for a bit of self-care. And I have found that with the new routine and going back to work, which I'm grateful, and the kids going back to school, that even during the day I'm finding that there's accumulation of just busyness in my head, and my body is in that flight or fright situation. And so this practice, when I have been able to snatch moments throughout the day, has really helped me to unwind. So we're going to begin in a comfortable seat. So come to a comfortable seat on a mat and have your legs crossed, and bring your hands together in prayer in front of your heart. Tuck your chin slightly down to your chest, and either with your eyes closed or with a soft gaze, bring your awareness to how you're feeling at this present moment in time. And then bring your awareness to your breath. And throughout this practice today, or this evening, we're going to emphasize our exhales. And we're going to find longer exhales as we work our way through our practice. And then release your hands down to your thighs, your knees. Slowly blink your eyes open. And now make your way onto all fours. So a hands and knees position, tabletop. And here we're going to stack our wrists so that they're underneath our shoulders. And our knees are stacked directly underneath our hips. As we inhale, we're going to tilt our seat up towards the ceiling and take our gaze up. And then as we exhale, we're going to tuck our seat in and round through our upper back and tuck our chin to our chest as we take our gaze to our belly button. Inhale, the seat points up towards the ceiling as we take our gaze forward. And now we're going to extend our exhales. So exhaling for a count to 5, we're going to reverse that. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, the tailbone goes up. Your gaze goes up. Exhale this time for 6 as you tuck your tailbone under and chin towards your chest. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, tailbone goes up, gaze goes up. Exhale this time for 7. Tailbone tucks under, round your chin towards your chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale. Tailbone goes up, gaze goes up. Exhale this time for 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to a neutral tabletop position and start here to take really big circles. So drawing your hips back, reaching back and around, and about 5 times each direction. And when we grow the exhale, we grow the body's ability to release and let go. And then change direction. And And it could be a thought or an opinion, memory. It could also be someone else's experiences and influences. So growing your exhale will help release that, let go of that, so you can have your own experiences. And then come back to a neutral tabletop. Take a deep, big inhale here. And exhale, open your mouth and let it go. And really think of each exhale throughout this practice as a gentle cleansing. And now curl your toes under, pressing down into your palms, especially the knuckle of your index finger. And then lift your knees up, hips up and back into downward dog. Pressing your weight into your hands. Take 2 full breaths here in your dog. And your next inhale, slowly ripple forward into plank. And exhale back to dog. And then we'll start to grow our exhales as we take this inhale, rippling forward into plank. And this time exhale for 5 into dog. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale forward into plank. And exhale this time for 6, back into downward dog. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale forward into plank. And exhale back for 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale forward into plank, and last one for 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come forward into plank, and as you exhale, lower your knees, uncurl your toes, and come back to sit on your heels. Hands rest down onto your thighs. Grow your spine nice and tall. And just pause here for a moment. And just notice that we've done just a few poses and playing with extending our exhales. And noticing, is that having any effect on the quieting of your mind? And when you're ready, bring your hands back down onto the mat and come into that all 4 position. Take a deep inhale here in all 4s. Curl your toes under and lift your knees up and back and come back into that downward dog. As we inhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. Lovely. And then we want to have our left heel on the mat. So lower your left heel down onto the mat. And then take your right hand to the outside of your right foot and your left hand to your left hip. As we inhale here, lift your left arm up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, reach that left arm up and over the ear. As you inhale, the left arm comes up towards the ceiling, vertical. And exhale now for a count of 6 as you lower your left arm over the ear. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, the left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. And exhale for a count of 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, the left arm vertical. And I like to watch my arm here as I'm exhaling because it gives me something to focus on. Exhale on our last one here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place your left hand down onto the mat so we're framing our right foot. Pivot so that you're lifting your left heel up off the mat, and pause here for a moment in your lunge. Reaching your heart forward, up on our fingertips, reaching back through that left leg. Take one more deep full inhale. And as you exhale, plant your hands and step that right foot back to downward dog. This time, step your left foot forward between your hands. And bring your left hand to the outside of your left foot. Lower your right heel down onto the mat and take your right hand to your right hip. As you inhale, reach that right arm up towards the ceiling. Palm facing forward. And as you exhale, for a count to 6, lower this left arm, the ear. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, the right arm comes up vertical. Exhale this time for a count to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, the right arm comes vertical. Last one for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the right hand down onto the mat so we're framing our left foot. Come up onto your fingertips. Pivot so you're lifting your right heel up. And pause here in your lunge. Drawing your heart forward. And take one more big full breath. Reaching that right leg nice and long behind you. And then plant your hands and step that left leg back for downward dog. And then inhale, ripple your upper body forward into plank. And then slowly for a count of 5, let's lower down to our belly. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale to your cobra. Exhale, release. Curl your toes under and exhale back to downward dog for a count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step your right foot forward between your hands and straighten that right leg. Take a deep inhale here and then fold over that right leg with your exhale. And take 3 full breaths. We're not going to count here, but just notice how long your exhales can be. And then plant your hands and step that right leg back to downward dog. This time step the left foot between the hands. Come up high onto the fingertips. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, fold over that left leg. And the emphasis here on your exhalations. We're nice and steady through our back leg. Last big full breath here. And then plant your hands and step that left leg back to downward dog. Inhale, ripple forward into plank. And for a count of 5, lower down to your belly. Nice and steady and slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale to your cobra, lifting your heart, drawing your elbows in towards your side ribs. Exhale, release. And then curl your toes under on your next inhale. And when you exhale for a count of 5, push your way back to downward dog. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Now step your right foot forward between your hands. I know there's lots of instructions here. Stay with me. And then take your right arm up towards the ceiling. Now I find here that sometimes my left shoulder wants to kind of sag and droop. So what helps me here is that if I flip my left hand so that my fingers are pointing behind, and that just keeps the shoulder rotated, and then reach up with your right arm. And let's take breaths here, extending our exhale each time. So nice deep full inhale. This time exhale for a count of 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale here. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant your right hand, flip your left hand so that it faces forward again, your fingers, and step that right foot back to downward dog. And let's do the same on the other side. So step your left foot forward between your hands. And take a moment here just to feel how you feel. And then take your right hand down. And if you like to flip your fingers, do that now. So you can turn your hands, your wrists, so that your fingers point behind. And then reach up with that left arm. And again, focusing on our exhalations here, finding this twist. So let's start with a count of 6 on our next exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here, exhale for 7. And what I love, and what's so beautiful about this twist for me, is that twisting is really helping me to go more inward. But I'm also alert in this pose. And last one, exhale for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant your left hand, pivot your right hand back if you had flipped your hand, and step back to downward dog. And in downward dog here, bend your right knee really deeply, reach back with your left heel, and then switch. Bend your left knee really deeply and reach back with your right. And then bend both knees really deeply, and then slowly see if you can straighten both legs. Heels reaching down towards the mat. Keep rooting down through your fingertips. And take 3 full breaths here. And we're not counting our exhales, but just have the emphasis on our exhale. Drawing your navel towards your spine with every exhalation. And then slowly take your gaze between your hands and start to step your feet, walk your feet towards the top of your mat. And when your feet come to the top of the mat behind your hands, I'm going to ask you to separate your feet about 2 hands width. So you can measure this by placing your hands, your fists, in between your arches of your feet. And then take your hands to the back of your heels. And here I'm going to ask you, instead of coming from the side, come from behind. And then bring your fingertips underneath your heels. And bend your knees really deeply and take the backs of your knees into your armpits. Okay? And then see here if you can start to straighten your legs. Keep noticing the breath. These longer exhales, are they helping to quietening the mind? Clear the pathways and the channels in our body, physically and mentally and emotionally. And then release your hands from underneath your heels. And slide your hands up the front of your legs for that halfway lift. And this time as we exhale, we're going to exhale to a forward fold for a count of 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale this time for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, halfway lift. And last one, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant your hands and step back into downward dog. Pedal out your dog here, just wakening up and finding that release through your ankles, your calves and your hamstrings. And then step your right foot between your hands. Lovely. And then lower your left heel down. So you might need to walk your left foot in a bit so that you can lower that heel down. And it's going to be different for everybody. So just play around with that. And we want the left heel lowered, but we still want it to feel like a challenge to keep it down. Okay, so we're still challenged here. And then bring your forearms onto your front thigh. And pause here for a moment. So just notice sensations. And then we're going to find a twist. So take your left elbow and hook it to the outside of your right knee. And really get a good hook here. And then bring your hands into prayer. And so let's take 3 breaths here. Just extending our exhalations. And just noticing, can that help deepen our twist? So we're staying alert. Our focus here is inward and drawing our navel towards our spine with every exhalation. Last big breath here. And then frame your right foot and step your right foot back to downward dog. And let's do that on the opposite side. So step your left foot between your hands. Lower your right heel down, so you might need to play around with that by walking the right foot in a little. And then lowering the right heel. But just ensuring that it's still a bit of a challenge. And when you find the right amount for you and your body this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, then we're going to bring our hands, our forearms onto our thigh. And pausing here. Any adjustments that you need to do, please feel free to do so. And then hooking that right elbow across to the outside of the left knee. Hands come in prayer. And taking 3 full breaths. Every exhalation, draw the navel in towards the spine. And really enjoying this internal experience. Last big beautiful breath. And then hands come down to frame the front foot and step back into your downward dog. Inhale, ripple your body forward into plank, and on a count of 5, slowly lower down to your belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale to your cobra, and exhale, release. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, curl your toes under. And for a count of 5, come back to your downward dog. Lovely. Step the right foot between your hands and lower your left knee down to the mat. Okay. And then bring your hands to your front knee. And we're going to do the same thing here. This time we're going to hook our left elbow to the outside of our right knee and bring our hands into prayer. And maybe some of you can take this left hand down onto the outside of your right foot. If you can do that, cool. If not, keep your hands in prayer position. And if you're wanting to go a little bit deeper, tuck your back toes under and lift up the back knee. So again, we're going to extend our exhales here. Inhale here where you are. Exhale for a count of 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale here. Last one. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your hands down, step back to your downward dog. Pedal out your dog, bend one knee, bend the other, and let's follow this now on the other side. Left foot steps between the hands, lower your right knee down to the mat. Bring your hands to your front knee. Find length through your spine. As you exhale, right elbow to the outside of your left knee and hands come into prayer. Again, maybe today you can bring your right hand to the outside of your left foot. You can stay here, your hands can be in prayer, or maybe to add a little bit more challenge, tuck your back toes under and lift up your back knee. Taking 3 full breaths, extending your exhales from a count to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale here. Exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one. Inhale here. And exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant your hands down, step that left foot back to downward dog, and all of us together slowly lower your knees down. Come to sit on your heels. Hands can rest down onto your thighs. Have your eyes closed or a soft gaze. And just notice. Notice how you feel. Notice if there's a distance now between your day and how you feel right now. Lovely. Bring your hands down to the mat, lift up your seat and then lower your seat down. And bring your legs out in front. Have your knees bent, your feet onto the floor, and bring your hands to the back of your thighs. So lift your chest up, draw your shoulders down your back, and then lift up your feet for half boat. And maybe extend your arms out to the side. Keep your chest lifted. And we're going to take 5 beautiful big breaths here. Every exhale, draw your navel towards your spine. Keep your heart lifted. Nice, long, slow, deliberate exhales. Last one. Slowly lower the feet and then stretch the legs out long. Flex your feet so that your toes are pointing towards you and bring your hands down behind you. Flip your wrists again so your fingers are pointing behind you. And take 5 breaths here. Keep the feet active. Every exhale, draw your navel towards your spine, engaging our core, seeing if we can find those nice long extended exhales that we've been working on throughout our practice. And then release. And slowly make your way down onto your back. So when you arrive down onto your back, hug your knees in towards your chest. And you can wrap your forearms around your knees or you can use your hands. And then take your arms out to the side. So you can have your arms cactus or you can have them extended out to the side, the palms facing down. And bring your legs into a 90-degree angle. And your next inhale, you're going to allow both knees to fall over towards the right about halfway. And exhale back to center. Knees over to the left on your inhale, halfway. And exhale back to center. So we're going to continue with that, but working on our exhales. Inhale, knees to the right. Exhale for 6, back to center. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees to the left. Exhale for 6, back to center. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to the right. Exhale for 7, back to center. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees to the left. And exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. knees to the right. And exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big smile. Knees to the left. And exhale back to center for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Now take your legs up towards the ceiling. And for this one, I like to bring my hands underneath my seat. Okay, it gives me a wee bit of support for my back. So inhale, take your legs over to the right. And then exhale back to center. Inhale the legs over to the left. And exhale back to center. So we're not going to extend our exhales, we're going to just do this 8 times. So right on an inhale and center. Left and center. Right and center. And left and center. And right and center. And left and center. And I am horrendous at counting, so we might have done about 10 here. So I'm going to take another one either side. And come back to center and hug your knees in towards your chest. Give a little rock here from side to side. And then roll over onto a side. Pause here for a moment. And then use your arms to push yourself up to a comfortable seat. When you come into a seat of your choice, I ask you to bring your hands together in prayer in front of your heart. Tuck your chin slightly towards your chest. And with your eyes closed or with a soft gaze, I want you to bring your attention here into your breath. And one of my favourite ways to end my days, or if I'm feeling that I need to unwind, is this beautiful breathing practice. So this breathing practice, we're going to really breathe into the belly, nice and full. And at the same time, we're bringing energy and light into the center of our brain. So I'll walk you through it. Bring your hands to rest on your thighs. Spine is nice and tall. And close your eyes and take a moment. Get a sense of your internal space unwinding. And feel a new sense of quiet in your mind. And let your face fall into a smile. With our hands resting down onto our thighs, with the palms facing down to make this connection with yourself. Gently lean back, so we're attracting away from the world and more into yourself. As you inhale, fill your belly. Feel your navel move away from you. And as you exhale, drawing your navel towards your spine, as we've done throughout the practice. So inhale, the belly moves away, and welcome a quality of being, of light, into the center of your mind, the third eye. So the belly gets full, the mind gets full. Exhale, draw your navel towards your spine and extend that light from the point in your brain right back out. Inhale, full belly, full mind. Exhale, navel towards spine. Inhale, full belly, full mind. Exhale, draw your navel towards your spine. Continue with that breathing for a couple of more rounds yourself. With every inhalation, belly gets full as you imagine this light in your third eye. And with every exhale, drawing your navel back to your spine, as this light radiates out from your third eye. Take one more round. And when you've completed that round, I invite you to bring your palms together in front of your heart and give gratitude to yourself for taking the time out for self-care. And I hope this practice brings you some release, some comfort. May you all be well, may you all be safe. Thank you.